you know, it's always like super late. And I'm like, Mason, you shouldn't make a YouTube video because it's like 10 o'clock at night and YouTube videos shouldn't be made because you have to like go to bed and stuff. But at the same time, here we are. So I know it's been like a month since I posted a video, which isn't great. But last time it took me 3 months. So I'm improving. I'm getting better. Today's video is gonna be different because I want to add like a little bit of like a show. So in said show, I want to just talk about my opinions. So they're gonna be relatively short videos. I love giving my opinion. So I know that doing this is going to persuade me to post more, which is the goal. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to pick a topic and I'm gonna talk about it. And you're gonna listen. And that's the end of the story. So yeah, there's that. Let's get right into it. Here we are. This is where I'm gonna be filming these videos where I talk about stuff, my opinions on stuff. Yeah, so let's start with topic number 1. This week's topic is relationships. Let's discuss. First and foremost, relationships come in 3 major forms, I would say. They come in friendships, relatives, like family, platonic relationships. I shouldn't say platonic, I should say romantic relationships is a better word for that. And so I'm gonna go through one by one and talk about my opinions on each of them. So first is friendship. I would say friendships are probably the most important of the two because when it comes to relationships, you want to be able to sustain them. And with like family, it's different because with family, you don't choose your family, but you can choose your friends and your lovers. And so, if you choose incorrectly, then it could completely change the course of your life. If you choose a bad group of people, it could bring you down with them. If you choose a good group of people, they could bring you up with them. And so it's just a mix of finding people who you enjoy being around, who are not going to bring you down, and who, that's it. Preferably they smell good too, because if they don't smell good, then that's just a little bit of a bad thing, but we don't need to talk about it. A lot of the relationships, friendships, blossom in a younger age, in the teenage years. Relationships happen in school, in like classrooms, hallways, cafeterias. It happens whole shebang. In the back of the stable. That's lovers. Anyway, friendships happen all over the place. Not just in school. It could be in the grocery store, shopping for oranges, someone shopping for apples. You make eye contact, throw food at each other for a little bit, become best friends. Could happen. Let's talk about some of my experiences with friends. So back in the middle school, I used to walk to the library after school with my friends. It was me and my best friend, and then my best friend brought a bunch of people who I wasn't really friends with. But I don't know what happened, but we were like hanging out in this back room. This kid had a nickel for some reason. Some way, somehow, he ended up throwing the nickel in my general direction at me. His intention wasn't to hit me. His intention was to like just like throw it, but I was in the way because he didn't see me. The nickel hit my glasses, like smack in the middle of my glasses. I didn't mean to flip the camera off, it just kind of happened. And it left a chip in my glasses. That chip was there all the time. No matter how hard I scrubbed my glasses, there was always a spot. And I hated it so much. And since I was so quiet, someone threw a nickel at me, I became more confident in myself. And I became louder. And I've never had any change that made me sense. Now I would like someone to throw money at me because I am a little short at the moment. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on the rest of them because I kind of spend a lot of time on friends. I would say that family is the second most important because like you are around your family the most. And so you want to try to grow close to your family, but like some people don't have good families. I have a great family, but some people have families who don't necessarily respect them or respect their like beliefs if they believe something different or if they are like a different gender. But yeah, you know, like sometimes it's harder because people, like parents can be really a real tough crowd. You know, it's like a lot of different reasons why parents can hate their children. And I really don't understand how parents can do that. So a story about family that I have. This isn't really a family story, but it's a story about me and my family's in it. A few years ago, we went to Wisconsin Dells for like a little vacation. Got in the car, all the bags were packed, it was all good. We started the 5-hour car ride and we were about 2 hours in and we stopped at a gas station to get like food and drinks and sort of like refresh. At first, I walked in with no shoes on and my mom was like, you need shoes to be in here. So I went back into the car and I came back in wearing water shoes. And my mom was like, put on your normal shoes. And I went back into the car and I looked for my normal shoes and they were nowhere to be found. So I went back inside and you know like the feeling when you have to tell your mom that you missed the bus? It was like that, except times a million. So I walked in the gas station and I told my mom that I didn't have shoes. So we got back in the car, drove the 2 hours back to our house, and then drove the rest of the 5 hours back. So a 5-hour trip turned into a 9-hour trip. So now anytime we go anywhere, like on a big vacation, my parents or someone always goes, everyone got their shoes? To mock me. And I'm always like, so that's family. Now, lovers, kiss kiss. Let's talk about it, I guess. Lover relationships. I feel like lover relationships are very fragile because like people, especially young people, they think that they found the love of their life and they break up in a week. You need to develop the relationship before you jump into being lovers. Like especially with young people, like I was saying before, if two people find each other attractive, they're gonna date. But like they don't know each other. They just think that the other one looks cute and so one person asks them out and they're desperate so they're like, sure. I've heard this before and I'm gonna say it now. Make your significant other your best friend, because if you guys, like I said, it's all about the personality. Like each other's personality before you like each other's face, because like faces can grow on you, you know, like in the movies, nerd kid take off the glasses and they're hot. You can't take off the glasses on personality because there are no glasses to take off. But like I said, I'm gonna move to the stories now. I have 4 exes. 3 of them were in the same year, in the same month. So it was in the 3rd grade, Miss Rosati's class. I was playing Agaball, like the normal 3rd grader does, and these girls, they approached me. All 3 of them asked me out at the same time. So I was like, okay. And so I had 3 girlfriends at the same time for about a week. It was in 3rd grade, okay? If it's in elementary school, it definitely doesn't count. If it's in high school, it might count. If it's in college or above, it does count. But yeah, it was in the 3rd grade. Give me a freaking break. We had no idea what we were doing. So you can't say anything. You can't say anything. This stays here, okay? I don't want to hear it. So, thanks for watching. Like I said, I want this to be like a weekly thing. I don't know what day of the week, just like a weekly thing. It's easy. I sit down and talk about me. But not me, my opinions. I'm not forcing my opinion on you. If any of these videos offend you, it's my opinion. Doesn't matter. My opinion doesn't matter to you. It matters to me. And that's all that matters. Put that on a t-shirt. Thanks for watching Relationships, and I will see you next week. Bye.